Hello, 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 everybody. My name is Steve Ford. Welcome to your English lesson. Today, we're going to be talking about certain words that are used to describe how you feel in English and how we often confuse those words that are very similar. So, I hope you enjoy the lesson. Today, I'm feeling very thankful, very grateful. And in case you don't know, grateful means that you feel thankful, you feel happy for all of the things and that you have in your life, all of the people that you have in your life. And I wanted to send out a special thank you for all of you who are sending me messages here on YouTube, all of you who are sending me the audio messages that I sent a link for last week. So here's the first one here. Hello, 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 Steve. I got this one on WhatsApp. I just watched one of your videos about irregular verbs. My name is Felipe Picard. I'm from Chile and I'm a policeman. I've watched your videos from the very beginning. Well, thank you very much, Felipe. The very beginning was 12 years ago. And I see how much better they are in time. So, congrats. I feel I understand a lot with you. Thank you and have a nice day and weekend, my friend. Regards from the distance. Could we see your cat next time? And yes, you can see my cat. Meeting new people. What kind of person, what kind of person are you when you are at a party and you don't know anybody? Do you A, introduce yourself, B, wait for someone to talk to me, C, check your text messages, or D, leave? Which would you do if you go to a party and you don't know anybody at the party? What would you do? And I'm going to check. Let's keep it going. Would you feel more shy if you had to speak with people you don't know at a party in English? So before it was your own language, and now we're doing it like if you're at a party and you're talking to people who only speak English. Some people definitely feel more shy in certain situations because they feel, what do you think? A, insecure or B, unsafe? By the way, John, that's a good picture of somebody who is shy. Okay, and I think everybody's got it. So if you thought that the answer was insecure, high five, that is correct. Little self confidence or almost no self confidence. Unsafe means in danger. So, right, so you can go to a party and you can feel shy because you don't know anybody. You know, especially if you're speaking another language like English, you can feel shy. You don't want to talk to anybody. But when you feel unsafe, that's when you feel that you are in danger. Hopefully, with this English lesson, I can boost your self confidence. Boost means to increase, and yeah, that's why we're doing these English lessons, folks, is so that I can boost your self confidence. Have you ever had a dream you went to work or school in your pajamas? Have you ever had that dream? Everybody's in their work clothes. That can be one of the most uncomfortable dreams that you ever have, is when you dream that you're going to work in your pajamas, or worse, you dream that you're going to work or school, you're someplace in public and you have no clothes on. Now, I'm sure the man who went to work in his pajamas in this picture feels very, and what do you think? He feels A, embarrassed, or B, ashamed. Both of those words are very close in meaning, but there's a small difference that even a lot of native speakers don't know. So who knows? Maybe native speakers will watch this lesson in the future too. If you thought that the answer was embarrassed, high five. And don't feel bad because I think a lot of native speakers would get this wrong too. Embarrassed, other people make you feel shy and uncomfortable. That's embarrassed. So the other people, like you can see in this picture here, this guy, he's laughing at this other guy. So yeah, other people make you feel shy and uncomfortable. Which of the following situations do you think is the most embarrassing? A, work in your pajamas. B, spinach in your teeth. C, your zipper is undone. And when I say your zipper is undone, I mean that you're walking around in public with your zipper down. We say you are flying low. You are flying low. Your zipper is down, and nobody tells you. When I used to give big classes, I remember I was teaching this class of 30 adults, and for a good 3 hours, I taught the class with my zipper down. Nobody said a word. They didn't say, teacher. No, nothing. So what do you think? Work in your pajamas, spinach in your teeth, your zipper is undone. Let's go to the next one. Another reason for zipper problems can be eating too much. Now, the woman here feels ashamed of herself. And I'll pause it when right here, she feels ashamed of herself. So this is a little different from feeling embarrassed. Little different. What I feel guilty for or about eating too much. So this is more about when you feel bad or guilty about something that you have done. Embarrassed was more like they think that it's bad that you are doing it. Guilty is or ashamed is more of a personal thing. How did I let this happen? So that's more like when you feel ashamed of yourself. Oh, I had all of these business dinners and I was eating too much, drinking too much. Now I've gained so much weight. Why did I let this happen? How did I let this happen? I feel ashamed of myself. To be ashamed of something is when you feel guilty or disappointed in yourself. You let yourself down. Yeah. And in case you don't know, to let yourself down means you disappoint yourself. How did I let this happen? Now, my next question for you is, how often do you work out at the gym? A, never. B, rarely. C, sometimes. D, often. And E, always. If we go back and we look at this picture, I'm thinking, maybe this person here is a letter B. She's not even on the thing yet. Yeah. I'm thinking this one over here is like a letter E. Some people are really busy and they don't have time to exercise. Speaking of working out, this smaller guy on the right with no muscles would like to be like the bigger guy on the left with muscles. He feels envious or jealous. What do you think? If you thought that the answer was envious, high five. Saying, I envy that guy. Oh man, I really envy that guy. So try to listen to this explanation. It's something that even native speakers of English will confuse. Is that to feel envious means you would like to have somebody's status, possessions, power, wealth, physical appearance. You really envy somebody. That's to feel envious. It's more you would like to have the things that somebody has. But to feel jealous means you feel insecure because of another person. So to feel jealous is more about somebody else. Are you a jealous person? This is a great question. I know that being jealous or jealousy can be kind of the spice in a relationship sometimes. You know, if you're not jealous at all, I don't know. For me personally, I think, if there's no jealousy, it shows the person doesn't care. The relationship is dead. So, uh, are you a jealous person? A, no. B, yes, but I never show it. C, yes, I am very jealous. I can get very angry. And John is saying, yes, I'm very jealous and I can get very angry. So John's girlfriend or wife watching this video, be very careful because when John gets jealous, he gets very jealous. Laid back versus lazy. My boss is laid back, and maybe you don't know this one. A lot of my students, when I teach them this adjective, a lot of them don't know about it, but it's one that's used a lot nowadays here in North America. Laid back in this case means easygoing and relaxed. And this is what you're looking for, folks. You are looking for a laid back boss. I think that happens more and more from the students who I talk to who are bosses. That seems to be more of the strategy nowadays, is that the boss is more laid back and gives more praise, more credit to their employees, more high fives and things like that. It's not that old school, boss, like this is wrong, that is wrong, go back to work. No, laid back, friendly, easygoing. That's a laid back boss. Would you like to have a laid back boss? Now, too laid back could be considered lazy. And I want to try to explain this because for some people, laid back has a negative meaning. And maybe in your country you have this too, because in North America, Canada and the United States, people from the East Coast, from New York City to Toronto to Chicago to Boston to Montreal, no, that's another thing. But people from the East Coast, they tend to be more business oriented, more rush, rush, rush. And people on the West Coast, from California all the way to Alaska, British Columbia, where I'm from, in between, they tend to be more laid back. And people from New York City think that. But people from the West Coast, they think that people from the East Coast are too uptight or too wound up. So meanwhile, Californians or West Coasters might think that New Yorkers are too wound up or too uptight. Gotta go. Yeah, gotta go. Gotta go. Yeah, gotta go. And lolly lolly. True, south of Italy, people are more laid back. And that can be considered a positive thing or a negative thing. In France, we are more laid back in the south. See? So Pierre, maybe if you go to a place like Nice or Toulouse, the people are probably more laid back than if you go to Paris, for example. Everybody, I hope that you enjoyed this lesson. I will be doing a continuation of it. If you would like to subscribe to my channel, please do that here. Please tell your friends about my videos. You can share them with your friends to help them with their English, to help them feel better about their English too. And I hope to see you on YouTube Live next week. I will post a message on my WhatsApp groups when that is going to be. WhatsApp group, you can join it below this video. You can also contact me for private lessons. And I hope to see you next time. Bye, everybody.